Hi everyone, I hope you're all doing okay. Last week I asked you if you like the talking segments, if you like how long they are, how frequent they are, I guess, and it was overwhelmingly positive, which I'm not gonna lie was a surprise to me. I did not expect people to prefer the talking segments, which was a lot of the sentiment. Someone said they only watch the talking segments and they skip the other random bits, and I was like, I took critical damage. It's funny, it's fine, I'm happy with that, that's fine. I'm talking. Hi. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling the best today. I really didn't feel well yesterday. I think maybe I'm like fighting something. I'm not sure. Wednesday is currently trying to sleep on my laundry pile. It's making me incredibly nervous out of the corner of my eye. Stressful. Pets. Why? What's going on? What's going on? I don't really feel the best. I feel kind of weird. I feel like I'm fighting something. I'm kind of like feverish. I had a flu vaccine on Saturday, which I think I mentioned last week for no reason at all. And it hit me weirdly hard within the first hour, or like for the first hour. I was super feverish. And I get the flu vaccine every year. I have the other vaccine, the C-word vaccine, like up to my eyeballs because I'm asthmatic. I get it every year, twice a year, I think, maybe. Still. But this year the flu vaccine kind of did a number on me, and I don't know why. I know every year it's kind of a different strain. They're making their best guess for what's going to be the most popular strain of flu, but the vaccine was weird this year, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure if that's why I feel sick or if I'm just fighting something because it's winter in England, but there we go. I do feel strange. I'm hoping it's going to improve because tomorrow evening, hopefully, I'm going to be seeing one of my favourite Welsh language rock bands. They're playing in Bristol, and my brother obviously lives in Bath. Bristol and Bath are like really close neighbours, so he said he would go with me. So hopefully I'm going to be feeling better by then so we can do that. That would be cool. They're called Alpha, and it's like noise rock, I guess, is the genre. I'm not sure what you would call it, but they're really, really good. So if anyone watching is interested in Welsh language music, check it out. They're so sick. I would really like to see them. I think that would be really fun. I haven't been to live music, a concert, in a long time, really, not since pre-C-word days. So I don't know. It would be cool. I would obviously stay the night at Luke's place, and then the next day he has work, Friday, which is fine, but I could probably poke around the Christmas markets a bit and film it for you guys. So that would be kind of cute. I'm kind of hoping it works out that way. The markets do tend to be super, super busy, so I'm not sure how much I will film, especially if I'm by myself and I don't have anyone like spotting for me to make sure no one's gonna nick my phone. But we'll see how it goes. Those are the loose plans for the rest of the week. Again, manifesting, trying not to jinx it, I guess. But yeah, I've been working on some winter stickers as well, and that's been kind of nice. I'm still only like halfway through the first page. It's kind of taking me a while, but then I think as I've gotten older, I've realized that illustration does tend to just take me kind of a while. I don't know, I do things in kind of a long way, I guess. It takes me a long time to work out how I want to do stuff. I often draw things like several times over, like I'll draw something too big and then I'll have to try and shrink it down. When I drew the bit you saw in Monday's footage, I redrew that like 4 times. Like I shrink it down and then trace back over it, because when you shrink it, it like blurs. So then I have to redraw it to the right size, and it's just like I do a lot of trial and error, I guess. I will get those done, but it's nice to work on them. And I also, I'll show you, in my gloomy archive, my big books of everything, I made myself this little sleep tracker. I talked about how I was going to try and squeeze my symptom tracking in on the side, or potentially use the index for it. In the end, what I decided to do, because I didn't want to have to write all the stuff out, I get really bored of doing that, I realised I could just make a little printable. So I had to print this on like 80% of its actual size. This was my first test print, and the actual size is a lot bigger. It's a bit too big, really. I had wanted it to fit on this like lengthways of the page. Obviously I did not manage that. I should have measured it, but I didn't. This one does technically fit, but it would cover the word November, and I don't know if I want that. I think it works kind of well here because I can still turn it or like pull it back enough gently. That wasn't very gentle, but you know what I mean. To be able to write in my boxes for my sleep notes. I just think this works the best, maybe. I could also move the numbers so that they're not sideways, and I could put one over here facing, like, they're sideways right now, so if you imagine they were normal numbers, and then 1, 2 all the way across, you know, and I think that might look better. But for now I can't bother to go and reformat the numbers because it's a bit long, and I just wanted to catch up on it. I think it looks okay though, it's kind of cute. It's very like, I don't know, slightly questionable academic collecting data feeling, I guess. Yeah. I might put this in the shop, I guess. I'll probably put it on Patreon as a freebie. It's easier that way sometimes when I make something really small that isn't really warranting an entire shop listing. It can just be easier to throw it on Patreon as a freebie. So if you're interested, I'll probably add that this week. For patrons who maybe are watching, do I still have the paper? What I did was add it onto this sheet of labels that I offer patrons. This is like a freebie sheet of like weird little bits that patrons have access to. And what I did was just throw it on the end because I had a blank space. So that's kind of how I worked it out and how I measured the size. But I printed this one at 80% to make it fit there. This one would probably fit really well in the cousin. Yeah, perfect. So if you wanted to use it for a cousin size book, it would be great. It would be like a perfect size. Not a lot else happening this week. I'm a couple of days behind in my daily book, so I'll catch that up today. This was Saturday, Sunday, Monday. This is the cover I chose actually in the end for my book system because I feel really good about this still. I just feel like, do you know what is the biggest relief? Is that I just feel very content now. I feel very like calm, and I'm like, oh, I think I cracked it. But there's like no like excitement, I guess. It's just like a calm, like relieved feeling. And I think that's how I know I cracked it properly this time. I'm not distracted trying to improve it or anything. I just think, oh, it's fine. Like, I just maintain, and now I'm actually drawing again, which is kind of like, it's a relief. I don't know. So I ordered my cover because this one is a compact cover. It's already bulging a bit, if you can see. It's like it's struggling already. And my books are not particularly full. So I ordered another cover. I do have the My Manga and I cover, but it doesn't feel very like me right now, I guess, which is maybe a bit silly, but the trouble being that I didn't really love any of the cover reveals from Hobonichi this year. That just happens sometimes, but they'll be next year and the year after, so it doesn't really matter. But I chose, it's called like Gentle Stripes. It's like it's a wool cover, which is kind of why I felt inclined towards it. It's probably going to be quite soft. And then it has like a white pinstripe, which you definitely can't see in this image. It just looks black. It's not. It's like navy blue with white pinstripes, and it's soft. So I think it might be nice. I then fell in a hole trying to work out what I would put on the cover. I don't really necessarily want it to be plain. So I thought I would design like a patch or a sticker, and then I got carried away a bit, and then it didn't become a patch or a sticker, it just became like another gloomy card. It's the same size almost. I drew it to be the same size as the ghost cards, it's just not because I can't measure things for cutting. So it is drawn to that size, I just cut it too small. But I think it's cute. You can extrapolate what you want from the wording. I won't talk about it again, but I thought it could be cute as like a, if I get some printed up like the ghost cards, I thought it could be nice on the cover just to give it something. I think it might be nice. I think it might be nice. It would be like this, you know, but with this. So I think it could work. I ended up having to place another Hobonichi order directly because none of the UK sites had everything I needed in stock. Had to pick up my 2024 Avec books, had to pick up a cover, and then the A6 cover on cover, which was one of the things I had trouble with finding. It just wasn't in stock anywhere. I did find one UK site that had it, but then they didn't have the books, so then it came down to kind of having to place a new Hobonichi direct order, or having to order from like 4 or 5 UK shops, or like 3 or 4. And then it's like the cost of the shipping for the UK shops adding up and everything. It just wasn't really cheaper than ordering from them directly. So there we go. I ordered it yesterday and I got a shipping email this morning. So I think it's already on the way. So maybe we can do a Hobonichi unboxing round 2 next week. But that's what I went for. I don't know if I'll love it. It might just be like a slightly temporary thing until next year. But I think it'll be nice because of the texture. So we'll see how I feel. So I will catch up with this stuff today. I think what I'm gonna do, I have a photo of like my hand holding this little card. I think I'm gonna print that to put on here. I'll print it like a Polaroid and I'll put that on this side. And then I don't have to do too much writing because I can't really remember Monday. And then I can fill out today like normal. I think today is the 22nd. So there we go, up to date, doesn't take long. And I know I keep saying it, but again, that's the nice thing about the smaller books, is that it just doesn't take that much to upkeep it, even if I do fall slightly behind because I'm distracted. And that is just like the biggest relief. In the commonplace book, I have, these are the pages we did last week with Jane Birkin and her bag. Oh my god, the bag. Okay, let me do this and then I'll talk about the bag, I forgot. And then Luna Park. I wrote down what I said I would about the ghost train fire, and then about the original like 1930s Luna Park in Coney Island. And then I have a bit more about a bag, the bag. And then again, I think I'll stick this one and add some text. And I think that would be cute. That's where we're at. There's not a lot going on because I made a video and I talked about it last week. So, you know, there's only minimal bits between weeks really. Especially now that I'm drawing again. I drew this yesterday. I can't remember if I said that, but I pulled this together last night. And I worked on it a bit more this morning. So it was a quick turnaround and I think I really like him. Like, it's a slightly different style, I guess, to my normal gloomies. Not like majorly, it's just a bit more awake, I guess, a bit more lively. I'll still make cards like this, it's fine. It's not like a complete style overhaul. It's just like, I thought it would be nice to draw something a bit more, I don't know, a bit different, with a bit more character and movement to it, I guess. The bag. Okay, here's the thing. So I talked about wanting to buy this Chloe bag. I was thinking about it quite hard over the weekend. I went into town to run errands after my vaccine, and I decided that maybe the Chloe bag was too much. I was too nervous to commit to the cost of it, even on sale. I'm also worried it's not really, that maybe it's a bit too dressy. I think I dress somewhere between like very lightly grunge and goth. Somehow it's very boring comparatively. It's not really up to that standard, but that's kind of the vibe I like, is more of like a relaxed, comfy, grey, moody thing. And I'm just worried maybe it's too much. It doesn't look like a lot from here, but I do just kind of think, I wasn't sure. And it was kind of a lot of money, I guess. Even though I saved for it when it came to it and I had the money together and it was on sale, I just chickened out. So in the end, what I went for was a Coach bag. I have a couple of other Coach bags. They're just a brand I feel more comfortable with, I guess. They feel more durable and like slightly less precious. Like if I had the Chloe bag, I think I would be scared every time it rains that it would like be ruined or something. With my Coach bags, I feel a lot more comfortable because I'm used to them and I know how to look after them, that kind of thing, I guess. So when I went into town after my vaccine at the weekend, I realised that this Coach bag was on sale as well. And when I paid for it, it was like less than half of what the Chloe bag was, even on sale. It was like considerably less, 50% less at least. So it just felt like a better choice. The Coach bag is called like the Carry shoulder bag or something, like carry as in Cary, not as in like carrying, like the name Carry. And I think it's nice. I think it's more versatile, so it will suit my outfits, I guess, better. I don't really have outfits, I just have clothes, but I think it's a better fit for me. It is marginally smaller than the Chloe bag, but only by like 2 centimeters, so it's kind of negligible. It's not too bad. Listen, I took some footage for you and you can see it. I'll put it on screen. It holds a book, like a novel. It holds my notebooks, it can hold my headphones, and it can hold a snack, and I can zip it up with like no issue, which is kind of amazing. I could also probably squeeze my umbrella in there. The only thing is that my umbrella is quite long. I could get a smaller umbrella and then it would definitely fit. It will hold a small water bottle, which feels like a game changer, and it's like not an issue. Like, it zips very easily, and that is just kind of like groundbreaking for me, I guess, to have a bag that like looks so nice, like to not have to sacrifice style, I guess, over function. I can have like both. That is what I wanted, and I feel really nicely about it, like kind of calm and relaxed about it in the way that I feel about my books. And a lot of people on Tumblr were saying that like finding a good bag is like finding a good notebook, like you just feel better, like it just feels right. So that's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm really relieved about it. I bought some black ribbon and I thought I might tie a little bow on one of the handles like you see online at the moment, not sure. Also thought about getting like a cute key ring, but again, I'm not sure. I think it's nice plain, so I don't know, we'll see. I might tie a ribbon and just leave it at that, but I'm not convinced. I will do an updated what's in my bag. I know that'll be the question. Every time I ask for a segment idea for the attic archives, people always say what's in my bag, like regardless of the theme of the video. Like for the Halloween video, I said like, what Halloween content do you want to see? And like overwhelmingly the reply was just what's in my bag. And now that I think back on it, I should have done like a joke segment where I like my bag was full of like fake spiders or something, or bones, but I didn't. Should have. So I will do that. I don't know when, no promises just yet, but I will get it done at some point. I'll have to try and line it up with my other stuff planned, I guess, and I will do it, okay? It will happen. I'm excited about this bag. I think it's so roomy, and I don't understand how it's so roomy but still looks so neat, and I'm a big fan. So I sorted that out, worked that out, did not get the other bag, but got a better bag, I think, for a lot less. So I'm very happy with that. As I say, I'm gonna stick this in. I'm gonna do some catching up in here. I guess I'll film that today. Tomorrow during the day, I don't know. And then hopefully in the evening, I get to see a cool band. And then maybe Friday we can film the market, but I'm not sure. We'll have to see how it goes.